So I guess I have to start all over again. Hmm. All right. Here we go. So this is it. Now I'm being very serious and official. This is my first time of doing something live on a more serious note. I have never done something live in my entire life. I have never tried going live. I'm always this syndicated person. You know, I get to edit, I get to look beautiful, and I get to change my clothes. But here we are a live show. Wow. Well, I want to say first of all, thank you all for helping me get to this level on YouTube. Because if you are a person who uses YouTube a lot, you would realize that this live event isn't actually for everyone. So I'm using my webcam right now. I want to say a big thank you to all of you who have been watching my show. I appreciate big time. I am very grateful. You don't know how much. I am seriously grateful because this wouldn't have happened if not for you. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so I guess I'm in the camera view now. Sorry. Today, I was hoping we were going to talk about, can you be in love with two people at the same time? But first, before we begin talking about that, I want to make a brief introduction of myself. My name is Blessing Nwachiku Frank Chibuzo. The Blessing is an English name, as you know, and Nwachiku means child of God, and Frank, my grandfather's name, and Chibuzo means God first. So that it's obvious that I'm from this, God-oriented family, very religious home, and all that. Actually, my father was a pastor. People are amazed at that information. Well, before I start blabbing, I'm really nervous right now. I wish my whole crew were here, but nobody is here actually. The content editor isn't here, so it's all me basically. And oh yes, I am getting a reply. Someone is watching my show right now. Okay. We have a very big news coming up on the Blessy Jackson show sooner than you think. Next week, I'm going to make a very huge announcement for those of you who have been watching my show. I appreciate. And yes, faithful, I keep getting your Skype messages. I am already on air right now. It worked. Well, that is my content editor. She's verifying from Russia if I am lying. And oh my god. Okay, so here we are, no editing and stuffs. First of all, let me talk about why we have the Blessy Jackson show. Here, that is no pretense on this live broadcast, because any mistake I make, I can't edit it. The Blessy Jackson show was originally started from when I was 12. I was always doing this show with my father. God rest his soul. It's kind of a painful memory for me right now thinking about it, because then I would buy, I would use this stereo. My father bought me a stereo, and I would record with a microphone, and my father and my mom would pretend to call in to the show, and I would practice. It was really fun. I was actually a science student at that time. I wanted to be a medical doctor. But it wasn't my thing. Physics, chemistry didn't do it for me. So I shifted to the art class, and my father was very encouraging. So he just passed on like that, which I don't want to talk about right now. But he was the person I knew what love was all about from. So I went on to university in Nigeria, and I started hosting the Blessy Jackson show on campus in Madonna University. We would host it on a place called White Paradise. It was actually like a tap but because it was white, so we would just host it there, and people were really coming. It was like a talk show, like this Oprah stuff. We just talked about issues, and people would argue. It was crazy. People would actually even argue vehemently, crazily, and all that. Until I had to stop due to the university rules of not, doing things like that. Then I went on to Russia. But before I went to Russia, I actually got a job as a presenter for children. And many people don't know this. So I got my training from there. So I'm supposed to say thank you to Mr. Chidebere Gatekeepers for that opportunity, because I got so much training from there. My first time on camera, I couldn't even look at the camera. I was so shy. I was frozen. I just kept staring at the camera and it was like, I thought she studied Moscow. And I said, oh yeah, but that was the classroom. This is real. And I know that millions of people would be watching me, or thousands of people, and I'm confused. I don't want to say the wrong thing. He was very patient. He taught me how to present properly, how to read a script, and all that. Till today, I still have problems reading script. Most times, I just freestyle on the show. Yes, I read scripts sometimes, but most times it's just talk. Because most of the topics I pick on the Blessy Jackson show, I am actually very, very passionate about those topics. Highly passionate about them. So I talk with passion. When you watch our show, you would notice I talk with all passion. It's all passion all the way. Check my computer. So he kind of, I guess I should title this the history of the Blessy Jackson show. But I'm doing this because it's the first time on air, and it's important to have history. There is no future without the past. So trying to recall the past. Well, talking on that, I now left for Russia. I didn't left for Russia. I couldn't do the show anymore. That was 4 years ago in Nigeria. And when I got to Russia, I was like, trying to do my show. At first, I had to adjust to a new life, new customs, traditions, and language. Then I actually went on to buy a camera. My mom tried to buy me the camera. She sent me money to buy the camera in 2011 because I kept yapping about the Blessy Jackson show. I wanted to do this. It was me. It's like my blood and all that. I think I like to talk. They call me no radio without wire. I try to say no dull moment with Blessy. Sometimes I'm guilty of over talking. I just try to control it. Well, on my way to buy the camera, I actually got there. I saw the camera price, and then I said, okay, I'm just gonna go home, review it on the internet to see if it's a good camera. And then on my way going home, I got robbed. I got pickpocketed, and I couldn't buy the camera. I cried. Oh my god. I think I had never cried like that all my life except during my father's burial. I cried like crazy. I just kept crying. It was insane. I couldn't sleep. I cried from afternoon till the next day. I was in tears. It was just like my dreams were over because I wanted that camera so bad, and I didn't have any money to buy another camera. Then a friend of mine loaned me the money. Then some Facebook friends whom I had never met in my entire life actually sent me the money for the camera. And God bless you for that act. I have never forgotten your act. So I was able to buy the camera and do the Blessy Jackson show. Then we started, my best friend and I. Then there was this guy originally who was a cinematographer, Joseph, but he later quit. There was no problem. He just quit for some reasons, like the timing and all that. So my best friend took over. Faithful Okere, she's in Russia right now. I'm in Lagos right now, in Nigeria. She's in Russia, and now she does the content. So she took over the show and was the cinematographer. She was very helpful. I think we had a fabulous time in Russia, interviewing people, But we were not consistent, and that was the problem. We were not consistent at all. So I left for Nigeria. When I came to Nigeria, I decided to go back to my dreams. And here I am, chasing my dreams and hoping that someday it will, be big. Not because I want to be a star or because I'm looking for money. No, that's not it. I'm basically a comfortable person. So, but because it's my passion, because I have something inside of me, I could educate people better. I can teach people way better than I do now. So it's just my passion. So that's all about the Blessy Jackson show, and it's been great. I pursue the whole commercial stuff myself, and we get many viewers. We get lots of emails. I was a little surprised when YouTube gave me the permission to do this live events, which means that we're making success, from this, because they don't give it to everybody. So I decided to go live. Oh yeah, I'm in my room, so you can see my TV. Okay, so today I will be addressing some emails I got. I got so many emails. Let me check them. Questions and all that. I wouldn't be able to stay online for long today to answer all the questions, but I will be able to answer some. Well, one of the questions was asked by I don't remember the person's name because I didn't write it down. I know that's part of the thing. So he said that, can you be in love with two people at the same time? Interesting. Well, my answer is going to be very controversial. I'm screaming now. Okay, my answer is going to be very controversial, for real. Some people are going to think I'm crazy for this answer, but the simple truth is that yes, you can be in love with two people at the same time, but in different measures. That's the truth. But there is a difference between being in love and you're in love, loving someone. Sorry, that's the difference between being in love and loving someone. You can't help being in love, but you can actually choose who to love or not. But you can help falling in love. It just happens. But you can actually forestall it and say, hey, I don't want to be in love with you. I'm just gonna pretend like I don't love you. So you're not gonna be acting on it. And that is loving someone, the verb, loving someone. But yes, you can actually be in love with two people at the same time. I have seen this happen over time. Lots of ladies and men, they fall in love with two people at the same time, and it's quite a disaster because they get confused and they keep thinking, am I promiscuous? Does this make me a bad person? The truth is, you don't love the two people in the same measure. It can never happen. One of them, you would love one of them in a more subdued way, passive. And one of the lovers, you would love him or her in a more active way. That's just how it goes. Perhaps you love one more because he or she is nicer. And yeah, people say you don't have to have reasons to love, but that's not true. We actually love people with reasons because of how they make us feel. I'm not talking about attraction here. You don't have to have a reason to be attracted to someone sometimes. Besides the fact that the person is handsome. I've actually seen some people get attracted to ugly men. Really ugly men that they would never want to get attracted to. Not that I believe anybody's ugly, but people that they would call ugly, they get attracted to them. They can't help it. They just keep going back and forth with that person. But in terms of love, you could actually say, no, you don't fit into my type. I can't love you. I can't love you and all that. So if you're the kind of person who is in love with two people at the same time, it doesn't make you a bad person. It happens all the time. People don't say it out loud because it makes them very bad for saying it. But it happens, and you don't have to see yourself as a bad person. It's just life, I'm actually supposed to go shoot my show right now. We're shooting a topic on heartbreak or something. Well, It's almost to 5. I really have to go soon. Sorry for my delay, and I hope to come back soon with a better presentation than this whack thing I just did. Okay, so what am I going to be doing tomorrow? I'm just going to have fun because I think I'm forgetting what fun is all about. It's been long I had fun. Just going to go have fun, take a break. I didn't sleep on Thursday night because I was working on the show. I didn't sleep all through the night. I worked so hard on this whole thing. So I'll just take a break tomorrow. That's about it. For now, I'll be saying my goodbye. I'll be back again as soon as I can. Maybe tomorrow I should be back with a better broadcast than this. So bear with me because this is my first time live. Okay? I'll be back tomorrow. I will announce the time on my Facebook and pages and all that. So kisses. I'm checking the time. So kisses and have a fabulous weekend. Make sure you love somebody. Love your neighbors as yourself. That's the golden rule. Golden rule. Don't forget that. And I'm Blessy, my chicken Frank. My voice is cracked because I've been working all week on the Blessy Jackson Show. Have a lovely week. Bye bye. You can email me on blessjacksonshow@gmail.com. And you can call my phone. Bye. XOXO.